What's up, guys? I'm back. Let that sink in for a second. Dustin's back. Dustin is back. One half of the Santa Rosa tag team. Now I just gotta get last. I don't need 100 questions on that. I don't know either. I'll try to get in touch with him, see what's up with him. But hey, you got me. Today's episode of Dustin, that's the name of the show, is brought to you by Cheap Beer. Alright, so my first video in 5 months. I'm still nervous, man, making these videos. So I got a couple things to address before I get into some vclt thanks from my brother Raul down in Texas. And I mean, you might be disappointed in me, but it's one of the things I want to address. But my stack for 5 months of vinyl is about this big. That's it. I've been buying much. I've been appreciating my collection, which is one thing I'm really going to try to focus more on. I hope other people will. I'm just going to go into my point. I have a couple rants to deal with real fast. First of all, I want to thank any subscribers I got while I've been gone. I've noticed there's been several here and there every couple days, and it means a lot, guys. I haven't been on here to even promote myself, and there are people that are watching my videos saying, "Hey, where you been, man? I just found your videos, and I want to know if you've been making some more. I love watching you," and it just means a lot, guys. I mean, you have 130 people that give a shit about you. That's more than a lot of people have. So, thank you, guys. Thank you for subscribing. I'll try to do as best I can to make some videos every couple days, every week or so. Okay. Now, I've been on a lot of people saying, "Where you been?" and also people saying, "Hey, why'd you leave?" And I didn't actually leave. I've been kind of hanging around. I've been commenting on a couple of videos. I've been on the Facebook page a bit. But I've really cut down what I've been doing, and that's for a few reasons. On the Facebook page, it was kind of getting to the point where, I mean, I'm trying to be gentle about this, but it was kind of getting to the point where if the music you posted wasn't obscure, or you showed something that was like mainstream, people kind of hated on it, and it wasn't, "Oh, that's shitty, you never know what this kind of music is going to, this kind is better. I mean, I've never heard, this band released one cassette tape demo in 1992, and it was getting to a lot where you had to listen to obscure music to, otherwise it wasn't good, pretty much, on there. And it just kind of got to the point where people were hating on people's music, like I'm not going to name any names, but I saw someone on Facebook just a couple days ago saying, someone said they really didn't care for this art. Someone posted an album, and someone said, "Oh, I heard this, didn't really care for it." The next comment was just, "Fuck you, you think this," it was like, you think the shit you listen to is good. I can say the same shit about any of the bands you listen to." And I mean, I can't remember the exact one. It's like 4 in the morning right now, I just got off work. Don't fault me on my memory, but it was pretty much like hating on, they said they didn't like theirs, so they hated on the other person's, and I don't really like that. It's all about the music. If you like what you like, don't comment on someone's video if you don't agree with them, or if you do, just have a friendly debate. We all like different kinds of music. That's why there's so much music. And there was a lot of trolling going on, just like for no reason. When I was in the VC, when I left, I think we had like maybe 250 people. When I joined the Facebook page, there was 100 people, and now it's up to over 1,000. And it's getting kind of the point where you don't want to keep people out, but you're letting some of the wrong people in. And I mean, I know it happened a few times when I was even there, when it was 200 people. But from what I've noticed, it has a big problem with people just trying to troll people on there. So I don't know really what we can do about that. I'm just addressing it. On YouTube, mainly I've just been busy, working 50 plus hours a week overnights, so it really sucks. This fall I'm going to be going to JC over here, so it's not too big of an issue. I'd hold out for a couple more months. Also, my vinyl budget hasn't been very big. Like I said, I only got maybe 20 albums here, and a lot of them are like dollar bin stuff. And yeah, everything else is vclt or dollar bin pretty much. I have a couple things I paid like $3 for, but my vinyl budget's gone way down. But it's made me appreciate my previous collection and everything in it. I'm gonna go on Discogs, thanks to Raul mentioning it earlier today, and I really need to get all my stuff put on there just for like insurance purposes. And another thing that's been a problem more on the YouTube VC, but people are buying stacks of albums just to say, "Oh, look at how many albums I got," and they don't know anything about them. It's become quantity over quality, which I really disagree with. It's been who has the best gear, who spent the most and got the most gear, who has the biggest record collection. And I'm not hating on anybody that's collected over like some of you guys that have had your record collections like Derek for like 30, 40 years, I'm sure. And you've grown it that way. But the people that are going on there now and just buying crates of records just to get a big collection, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just, my collection's at about 700 records right now, and I've listened to every single one that I have on my shelf. I threw away, or not threw away, but traded in the ones I didn't like, and it's just gotten to the point where I already have too many records, and I'm trying to manage what I'm actually going to listen to, what I liked, what I only need to hear once, and what I'm going to play every day. So yeah, that's my short rant. I'm going to get into a couple days. No, actually, sorry. A couple weeks ago, I got a package from my buddy Raul down in Texas, and he had posted on the Facebook page that he got some Maiden album. It was the best of 1990 to 2010. Had like 3 copies of it, and he was willing to trade them. So I asked him if I could trade me 1 copy, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, man." We talked back and forth, and we each are going to end up sending each other like 4 or 5 albums. He sent me his, and it's been like 2 weeks. And Raul, if you're watching this, your package is going out Monday. I'm sorry it took so long, but I made it worthwhile. You'll see when you get it. Yeah, let me show you guys what he sent me. So what I knew was coming was Iron Maiden, From Fear to Eternity, best of 1990 to 2010. This doesn't have anything by Blaze Bailey. Really cool art on the inside. Kind of reminds you of that In Vivo art. But yeah, this was really cool. Good addition to the Maiden collection, and not an easy one to find, so thank you, Raul, for that. But he sent more. I had no clue this was coming, but I don't have any Megadeth on vinyl, and now I do. An original copy of Peace Sells Who's Mine. Not even an original, or not even a reissue, but an original. So thank you, Raul. I really like Megadeth. This is one of the best albums. Really appreciate that, dude. This is a grail of mine. Anybody that's asked for a list of my stuff, they're always like, "Why is this on your list? You don't have that? You haven't seen 100 copies of that already?" But no, I've never seen a real copy of this. It wasn't on eBay. Raul sent me one. Def Leppard Hysteria. Grail. It may not seem like it to a lot of people, but this is a grail for me. Never seen a copy of this. Raul hooked me up with a great condition one. Thank you, bro. And then this was completely unexpected, but luckily I like Minor Threat, and Minor Threat, the first 2 7-inches. This is a great album. Raul, you read me like a book. He knows I like some punk, so set this down there. This is really cool, Raul. Like I said, your stuff will be coming. I'll mail it on Monday. It should get to you by the end of the week. Maybe next week, early week. Sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm like a couple beers in and it's late. You guys know me. I'm back. Alright, some of the dollar bin stuff I got. Fleetwood Mac Live. I found a copy of this a couple years ago, but it was missing disc 2, so I didn't end up grabbing it. But this one was in the dollar bin, mint condition. Both discs there. Huge Fleetwood Mac fan. Posted this on the Facebook page the other day. I've never heard Graceland by Paul Simon, and I found a sealed copy for $1. So I listened to it. Really good. And it was cool because I was reading along with all those descriptions of each song on the back. Like who we met, who we recorded it with, and what it sounded like. It was really cool to read along with that and listen to it. Played this all day today. Cultosaurus Erectus by Blue Oyster Cult. I'm sure you guys know about this. Great album. Trippy pictures on the back. It's definitely a runner-up for my favorite Blue Oyster Cult album with Fire of Unknown Origin. Definitely up there. I haven't got to listen to this one yet, and I don't know what it sounds like, but I know I like Dire Straits, but I've never heard of this album, so I think it's Communique. It's probably what I'm going to go with. Yeah, so I don't know about this. If you know what this sounds like and you want to leave a message down below, it's got a really cool, like, cover sticks out right here. Really cool. Dollar bin stuff. Premonition by Survivor. He's got a little damage back here, but you know what? Fuck it. It's $1. Vinyl's in great shape. Gotta love Survivor. I don't have a copy of this Beatles album, and it was in the dollar bin, and I don't know why. It's in great shape. The disc's in great shape. I mean, I don't even talk about Beatles. Everybody knows about every Beatles album. Blues Brothers. Been getting into these guys lately. Really bluesy, but more American blues. Not American. White man blues, I guess you'd call it. Is there such a thing? I don't know. I don't want to be... I'm not politically correct, but I don't want to be insensitive. Cheap Trick in color for $1. I'll get that all day if it's in great shape, and it is. You're Gonna Get It by Tom Petty. Good album, man. I'm a big Tom Petty fan. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Huey Lewis and the News Sports. Everybody knows this album. It's a staple. Again, for $1, it's like brand new. Supertramp, Paris. I saw this one. This is one that I spent $4 on, but I really am trying to get my Alice Cooper collections to what it needs to be. And Killer, Under My Wheels, and Be My Lover and stuff like that. It's a solid album. It's not my favorite two albums by Alice Cooper are Trash and Hey Stupid, and then that'd be Welcome to My Nightmare albums probably follow that. But early Cooper is pretty good. Probably mid Cooper. He wasn't quite 80s metal yet, but he wasn't that early sound. Cool Twisted Sister album. Little flap. Big Twisted Sister fan. These guys were the kings of 80s metal for a while. Fucking wore football pads and makeup. It's hard to pull that off. I was a football player. You wear makeup and football pads, you're getting your ass kicked. Tommy Two Tone 2. This guy's a local guy. He lives around here. It's got 8675309. Journey Next. Is this before? Yeah, this is before. What's his name? The singer, right? I can't remember the name of the singer of fucking Journeys. Hold on. Steve Perry. Yeah, Steve Perry. It's not Joe Perry. It's Steve Perry. Before he was in the band. Neil Sean's still in there. Finally got a copy of this. I've been holding out on this till I found a mint condition copy just for the hell of it. Found one for $1. Finally. Just played the first track like 100 times. Stereo all the way up. Thomas Dolby, Blinded by Science, but the real reason is it's got One of Our Submarines. Great song. Really love that kind of 80s, just all sample music. Another Alice Cooper, Flush the Fashion. Yeah, face. This album is one that I've been looking for since I started collecting vinyl. And I bought an Yngwie album before thinking it was this one and it wasn't. But I finally found a copy of Yngwie Malmsteen Odyssey. This has, of course, Heaven Tonight and Deja Vu and stuff like that on it. This is actually a European copy, so it's a little flimsy jacket. And the vinyl's the thinnest vinyl I've ever actually seen. But it sounds good. I found this in the dollar bin. And it's a new wave of British heavy metal band called More Blood and Thunder. But really cool band. I guess the original singer, not on this album, but the original singer was in one of the very first incarnations of the Iron Maiden lineup. So that was pretty cool. Fleetwood Mac, Bare Trees. Fleetwood Mac, which is good. Finally got a copy of Heaven and Hell. Didn't have this one for the longest time. I found this, which was cool for $1. Sam Kinison, Have You Seen Me Lately? It's still in shrink wrap. I mean, it's open, but it's still like in the shrink. And it's got Wild Thing on it, the cover he did with all the 80s rockers. So this would be a good one to pop open and listen. I'm pretty sure it's a whole comedy album except for that one track. This I grabbed just because of the cover, and it turned out to be really proggy and really trippy. It's called The Zodiac Cosmic Sounds. It's like a late 60s proggy album. They wrote a song for each of the things of the Zodiac. And supposedly there was some super band that actually wrote this. I don't know the name of the band other than the Zodiac, but I don't know all the members. But really cool. If you ever see this, it's definitely worth grabbing. Some Enchanted Evening by Blue Oyster Cult. Still actually have to spin this one. It's one of a couple I haven't yet. But it's Blue Oyster Cult, so I'm sure it's going to be good. Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. If you haven't heard Alan Parsons Project, start with Turn of a Friendly Card. Go to this album. They're both amazing. Very underrated band. I don't know why. And last but not least, a $1 copy of Some Girls by Rolling Stones. I didn't know until I actually got a copy of this album, but those aren't women. So that's it for me. I'm keeping it nice and short, 15, 16 minute video. Usually I'm 20, 30 minutes sometimes, but hey, I'm back, guys. Thanks to everybody that's been asking about me, and thanks to all my subscribers. Raul will get that package in the mail, and I am out. Bye.